What do you consider a good turn-based battle system those days from modern RPGs? This is a hard question. Before we make it, we need the gacha pull for Michael. Okay, that's a difficult question. You consider a good turn-based battle system? Okay, this is the problem. If someone loves turn battle systems, they will play other turn battle systems. But the problem is, they already played other turn battle systems. So what will the new battle system give the player if they played something before? If I played a game where I press enter, enter, enter to defeat enemies, why should I play another game where I need to press enter, enter, enter to defeat enemies? I already played that before. Twice, thrice, 10 times, even more. That's why a good battle system should have, well, first of all, well, for marketing purposes, should appear or should sound different from the others, sound unique. But apart from that, on the only fun part, they should make the player think. I think the first thing that comes to mind is they need to make the player think. Here, I don't need to think. I press enter, enter, enter to hit enemies. Sometimes, if I have the full TPs, I use the other skill. There's no thinking. A robot could play this game if you give them conditions. If you are full on TP, use the skill, otherwise attack. Or even just attack. If you are low on HP, heal. Okay, any robot could play any game if deep enough, but that's not the point. There should be something reasonable that makes you think. I mean reasonable because Skydancer, okay? Skydancer makes you think, but not in the right way. Oh, do I have enough stamina? If I do, okay, I need to charge my mana and I attack and press up when I attack. Yeah, that's complexity for the sake of it. That's not making the player think. Some good battle system that makes the player think maybe is focused on making the player choose, since that's the only thing you can do in a battle system, choose, not react in some way, because it's turn based. And so it's important to consider what should the player think. For example, Bravely Default is very clever because you need to think if you want to store the turns or use them. Octopath Traveler is clever because you need to think if you want to use a special move to break one enemy, or, I don't know, buff yourself, break another enemy, or just heal, I don't know. We have a lot of choices in those games. You don't have a straightforward tactic. Here, okay, yeah, one thing that makes RPGs unique also maybe, you can have the tactic you want. Okay, it requires a lot of too much effort. But maybe there's something more budgety, more budget. It should be simple, originally intuitive, and the character should be customizable. I don't agree. Well, I agree that customized character could help, but for the sake of the battle itself, even if you can customize a character out of battle in a very, very cool way, it doesn't change if the gameplay is press the enter button, right? I mean, customized with skills even, but if you have a skill that hits twice, a skill that hits with a fire move or a thunder move, it's very customizable, but the gameplay is the same. Might help with the gameplay, but they need to have something for the game itself. It depends, yeah, but depends what moves or what rules are you defining. Tool assisted speedrun exists, yeah, but no, it's a little different because they can't react to the computer randomness. In RPG, we always have the robot thinking. Yeah, that's right. Some more can be more complex than others, though. I like Darkest Dungeon. Oh, Darkest Dungeon is a good example. Darkest Dungeon adds an extra element, which is the positioning. So you can also think, okay, I defeat this enemy, and so I can use the move to dash forward, so I can have the next move in that way. Or maybe I can try to stun this enemy, I can try to make him bleed, I can maybe switch my side with the other guy, so next turn he can do a stronger move. I can hit this guy even if it's half health, just to avoid problems. Or just focus this enemy because they do less damage, but I have a high stress. Yeah, the thinking could be choosing the moves, choosing the target, or any custom mechanic. Again, storing tunes in Bravely Default. Darkest Dungeon is good. Yeah, I still to try the second one, even it's way different. So overall, making a battle system alone is hard. Making an interesting one is even harder. But the main thing you want out of a battle system is the player should think and should be able to implement different tactics. Okay, in that case, maybe the custom ability outside of battle has a point, has something to do with it. But overall, the main point should be what you could do what can you do in a battle. The player should have a lot of options in a battle. I struggle with I know. Finding new ideas, original ones, is hard. Copying the others also could work, but should be very different. Feel could be too simple. Well, Lollo, you are on the right track, I would say, because you were focusing a lot on the turns, the action turns. So maybe if you have something which works on the turn action, for example, Octopath Traveler 2 has a move that deals more damage the earliest you do it. So if you do it as the first in the round, you do more damage. Or yeah, I don't know many of them though. Or also simply by you want the healer faster, but that's actually pretty normal. I myself for 2D Upperdom I need something more because I just have a action menu, which is another sort of skills, but depending on where you are. Even if in 2D Upperdom I try to make a lot of boss fights with a special mechanic, which is though different from the battle system, but needs also a fitting battle system. There's a lot to think about in an RPG. It's not like a puzzle game where there's one solution. It's the player that the solution in a RPG is the player needs to be fun by winning or by losing and learning the lesson. There's a lot of consider. Attacks, defense, magic, elements, crit rates maybe, mana points. There are too many things. And a lot of those are obsolete. I personally myself think the elements are obsolete. In a way how they are used in the old games. There is one mage that knows all the spells. What's the point in having different enemies with different weakness? I use a different spell each time. Doesn't add anything to the gameplay. That's another stupid standard I might want to cover. Attacco vai, difesa mai. Yeah, always attack. Yeah. By making a battle system also, it might be useful to consider some old standards, like defend command. And also, a battle system that works both for random battles and boss battles. Because in random battles, you can't really set up, build, or accumulate a lot of points, while in the boss fight, you are incentivized to set up, increase attack, defense, healing. In random battles you usually never heal. And they are hardly challenging. That's why they are also important for a battle system. I could try to build a gameplay demo without plot, to let the server play the battle system. Oh, I would love to, without spoiling the plot. Maybe it's too complex instead of being the opposite. Well, neither too complex, straight answer, nor too simple. This game, for now.